Hello and welcome to Dell's Gaming, and this is from the depths, and we're in the adventure mode one more time with the fleet running here. Whoops, in some rough seas. I have decided, yes, not using the GPU Ocean as others have said. I think mostly adds. Also, hopefully I found a way to get the free camera working so I can still do good videos of the battles. So, no major changes. One change, I am building another destroyer. This is the HMS Ambuscade, which was, I won't do full history, but was like a sister ship to the Amazon that we've got. This was built by, let me see, I think it was the Yarrow shipyard for the same sort of testing for the A and B class destroyers for the Royal Navy. Anyway, this particular one is more going to be sea focused. So the Amazon established priorities and guns basically for AA use, and the Ambuscade here is going to be more focused. Its guns don't have fuses, they're more focused at surface targets, etc. So that's going to be the primary focus. So between the two, we'll see how that goes. I have, to keep the numbers down, I've got rid of 3 of the early Fairmill Bs, so I don't think I need those anymore, so I got rid of those to replace by this. It's a little bit more expensive because it's got some more anti-torpedo missiles. It's got some it's got an anti-sub, some squid launchers. I'm sort of equivalent to a squid launchers. I am actually under attack here. We've got an interesting one, quite a wyvern coming in, but we'll have a look at that in a second. Anyway, that's the plan for the building. So yeah, we have got an incoming vessel. Let's just see how this works. So hopefully I can get into free look mode now more reliably. Thank you for that, Hertzmeister. That has worked. So I have been running this in slow just whilst I was doing the intro, and have a look. So we've got this wyvern, which is an air, as you can tell, see here, and yeah, that's going to be quite interesting. Lots of missiles by the looks of it. So our subs took a bit of a beating on the way through, and I'm going to have to see how we sort of fare up. Let's go to normal time and see how this battle plays out. We have got a few anti-missiles, but I don't think we've got enough to stop that many missiles. No, I expected that to do some damage. So this could be a bit of a test. Now, we have got a lot of AA guns, but they're all fairly small AA guns. What they don't do against this is just got quite a lot of well, it's basically a lot of alloy. We have got anti-missile systems, but have we got enough anti-missile systems for these large missiles? Oh yeah, actually, it took out one, then took some damage. Okay, that's okay. Now, I was just thinking about this. Most of my ships are very, we'll call them repair heavy. I have lots of repair bots. They all contain quite a bit of resources. And most have, when they get close to a friendly ship, they have the old compact repair tentacles. So I don't mind taking damage. It's not good when they focus one poor soul like this, but yeah, that worked. Okay. If you get some concentrated anti-missile running, then it works. And let's go and have a look, see how. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to catch up with him. Hang on a second. So, from the perspective of the wyvern, let's see how we're doing. I'm not really seeing much damage being done to him, to be frankly honest. Which is not necessarily a good thing. Our ship is still working. I'm hoping those 20 mils and etc. will work eventually on him. A couple more missiles being fired out. They could be fired at our subs over there. They were coming back to the main fleet. They got quite far away actually. And the missiles, for whatever reason, I don't know if he has got some torps, but they were having a go at him, let's just say. Now, where I'm aiming for is this little resource point. It's lucky we're going over the top. That's got about 195,000 resources in there. Sorry, it's not a resource point. We found what was it? It was some white flare transport ship, and that dropped 195k. That's what the subs were hunting. And my fleet is now heading towards that, because that's going to pay for the Amazon and the other ships. But let's see how it does going across. Am I seeing much? I've got I don't know of a way of specifically telling what damage this is. Let's see, there's nothing on here to say blocks alive of total. See, oh, it's taken some damage, 133 of 1392, but not much. Okay, let's go back into, it's going across the Amazon, which gave it a bit of fire. A fair few of those are hitting. I think it is taking damage, just not. It's gonna wear it down. Let's see, did it work this time? Oh, you would go for the ship that I'm building, wouldn't you? Thank you. That's not really. Okay. Then again, he's in the right place to get repaired. Let's see. Come on. So this is the good test. 100,000 ship of this level. What level are we in? Just for point, we're at warp difficulty 15, so that's good. It shows the type of vessels I have to be prepared to fight against, which is now a lot of alloy. I'm guessing this is alloy rather than metal, even though as a flyer. But it's one to do some testing against to make sure that a ship can take it out. Although it's quite expensive. 100. Oh yeah, I've taken the engines out. Those engines have gone. Is that an? It's not an AI dead. It's just its power plant's been taken out. Sucker. See, AA works. All those little guns. They only need to get the right hit. That could have been even a 20 mil getting something inside suddenly. But low health. AI. I think we AI sniped him. Not unhappy at that. Right. And right in the path to get all of those resources. Nice. We like that. That's good. So sort of I took a bit of a route. I didn't want to go through this red zone by accident, so we're heading for this 189 here. The two subs, let's see, where are they? One's here, he's at 90, and Sea Lion's at 79. They're in a bit of a problem. Once I've healed, where are they heading for? So the Ambuscade is now fully brought up, so we can just have a quick look at him before I release him. So basically we've got Ray. Let me just do a look. There we go. That's a bit better. Right. No, it's put me onto free look. Okay, we'll do a build on him actually. Let's just do a build on him before we'll release him. So he is now released. And will make his way hopefully to somewhere reasonable. Okay, so we've got the similar guns to the Amazon, but they haven't got a targeting, and these ones have ammo a little bit more penetrative. 120 mils with an AP solid HE frag. So standard AP HE can go through. I'm trying to remember now if I said it for. I think I said it for alloy blocks to go through. Can damage metal as well, but mainly designed as. Let's just check. Yeah, 27. I think it was an alloy buster, basically, but low angle, mainly against ships. We've got a couple of dual pom-poms. The quads, slightly less 20 mils. Torpedoes as expected, and squids on the back. An increased anti-missile and anti-torpedo defences. Yeah, anyway, that's its design, and another one for the fleet. Hopefully he'll make his way round. Whether he'll avoid people is a different matter. That's something I need to just check. And whilst in a resource zone, getting some more resources for the fleet, an interesting little battle. We've got a carrier coming after us. Pity I didn't see the launch, but it's an Annularis, I believe that's the name, with lots of hakes. So with the amount of AA we've got running around, this could be interesting. We'll see how it handles the waves we've got here. Some of the ships, some of the aircraft seem to be flowing a little low for the wave system we've got here, but yeah, this could be an interesting little fight with so many missile armed aircraft coming in. It also sets a basis of how, you know, using carriers in the game. I like the fact there is a carrier in the game. I know it's still Striders, but it's quite interesting. Yeah, they're flying a little low for the amount of waves we've got here, and their missiles are tending to go in the water a little bit. Again, something where the ships, the faction ships, aren't really always tested that well. I found the hakes seem to go in the water a lot. Anyway, ooh, we've gone nighttime. Yeah, they don't seem to be handling always this water very well. We've got lots of flak coming in, which is obviously interesting. We'll see what actually gets close to us at the moment. We should be having, has everything gone? Well, the Amazon and the Ambuscade has gone into battle mode. The others are fairly much just holding position. I think they're over that way. Let's see what happens when it gets close to the centre, which should be me with all my ships around. We should get quite a bit of AA fire heading out there. Everything should get involved in firing as these all come in. Let's see how close do you get. Oh, has he got some I think has he been hit? Still got to say whether they've been hit. That's a sub. Missiles coming through. And defended. Okay, that's good. So looking at the number of missiles that are coming in from the enemy, we're doing okay, I think. Some of the missile defences are holding up. Looking at it going against, I think that was the Daisy. Is that one of my corvettes? I think so. I think. Oh, this was another thing actually I noticed with torpedoes and missiles. With the different, as you saw there, with the waves, the missiles can end up going into the wave, which would affect their speed, etc. Also, torpedoes, because the ships, especially the smaller ships, sometimes come out of the water almost totally, missiles can end up missing. That one there, these are normal missiles. Ooh. But it's gone into the water, it's almost become a torpedo. And that's unfortunate. Oh, the corvette there's taking a bit of damage, but luckily he'll be healed up by his mates. Right, let's go and have a look what's happening to all these planes, because there was a lot of planes. Oh, there's some over that way. That seems to be where the battle is. There seems to be quite a few in the water though. As I say, I think these are a little too low flying, and then once we get some hits on them, they go out of control and start going high. Let's see, let's have a quick check of what the damage is like. Sword sub, gladioli, generally okay, nothing problematic on damage. It's going a bit slow with all of these things around. Don't think it's the graphics, I think it must be CPU bound. Anyway, let's just sort that out a bit. Right. So, how are you doing here? So, I assume you're going after that one there. This is the Ambuscade. Oh, you've taken a bit of damage. I can tell by the the funnel. The straight funnel is the Ambuscade, and the angled funnel is the Amazon. Right, he's firing his little squid torpedo launcher. So basically, these are effectively a rocket-propelled torpedo. So basically, they get rocketed towards the target, and a little bit into the water, a little bit short, and then the torpedo propeller takes over, heading for the target. So I assume they're going to be going for either the annulus over here, or they might go for this downed fighter. Nope, looks like they're going for the annulus. So let's see if we see. So you can see some of these torpedoes, they're coming out of the water. I don't think they'll have a problem in this particular case because the annulus is quite a large ship, so they're going to find. Although, again, no, some of them are missing. And this is armed with anti-missile systems, so you can see even this annulus, it's effectively out of the water except for one little bit at the front. So the torpedoes are going to have a problem unless it catches it on a wave. Yes. And that did a bit of damage, which is okay. They're only small torpedoes, but they're more harassing and just causing damage rather than some big ones, which I'm hoping will come through from the subs at some point. Hopefully we'll see some big one. That's a large torpedo. That may be actually from the... that's the other bit. Now I don't know whether, because they're jumping out of the water, these torpedoes are effectively getting taken out by the anti-missile system. Interesting. So there's all little issues with the let's go back to my ship, see how we're doing in the main fleet. My guns are firing. I'm still mining. I haven't got anywhere. But anything gets close gets repaired, which is good. That's like the other advantage of having a fleet, is you can be self-sustaining, self-repairing for your ships, which is always a benefit. And we got lots of DACA going out at various ships. You know, we're firing our 40mm. Oh, we got someone coming in. Is he firing at us? Yeah, don't think so. Like those missiles get picked up by the anti-torpedo systems. He's trying to turn around, and he has fired. Oh, we've got one coming in at us, and it went underneath. Well, that was a bit of luck. I think that was the first shot at us as the, what should you say, the main ship, the home base, etc. Coming in at us. Okay, the frame rate's quite bad for some reason. And another hake takes some AA fire as it launches out one of the escorts. Looks like that was a Corvette class, sorry, Flower class Corvette. It just launched that, but it's getting some fire back at it, which is always good. Everything else seems to be working its way through. Let me just, I'm not quite on a proper free camera. This missile is going in at, I think that's the sloop. Nope, just missed it. Oh no, that's one of the destroyers. I think this is the oh no, this is the Ambuscade. Let's go and have a look on board the Ambuscade. Where it's launching its missiles. It's basically trying to run around the annulus, firing its torpedoes off and giving some cover. It's using its anti-missile systems at any missiles that are detected in the area. Good. Frame rate is a bit low, so sorry about that. I haven't really worked out. It must be CPU. I don't know. I think it's got to its limit of number of threads, and they're maxed out at the moment. Had a bit of a muck around with speeds. Yeah, turning off the waves will help a little bit, but it's not GPU bound. Look, that's flying destroyer. See, torpedoes will get you at that point. Anyway, the water does have an effect, but other settings didn't really have much. I think it's more all the physics and number of blocks is just binding on the CPU. Such is playing from the depths, unfortunately. Let's go and have a look, see how things are doing. Our subs are still going to be firing away torpedoes at them, and our fair meals are going to be firing torpedoes too. So I'm guessing there's going to be a lot of torpedo spam here. We've still got some aircraft around which are having problems flying by the looks of it, mainly. The Annulus here doesn't seem to have much. Oh, he has got some missiles. He's got some missiles firing out. Has he got many actual defences? Looks like that's supposed to be like a Sea Whiz type of thing. I'm guessing it's some anti-missile things, maybe. Oh, we've got some torpedoes coming in. They're part of that is the Ram system. Let's see, what else have we got? I think this on the rear is a some sort of missile system. Yeah, small missiles. Otherwise, though, I don't think he's got many. He's very defensive. Very little in the as far as offense goes. Otherwise, nice simple sort of carrier style design, which is good. I may look at, I've got some ideas for a carrier for the fleet, but I'm going to go a different route rather than the traditional. It's done this maybe semi-ahistorical carrier, but not yet. We don't need that yet. I think, whoops. That was a bit loud with that gun going when I came back into here. How are we doing around the fleet? Okay, there's 1, 2. Let's just see what it's showing up as. Ooh, running in degraded mode. 1, 2, couple over that way. One that way. So I think we've only got a couple of ships, aircraft, really causing us a problem now. And the ship itself, so that's good. And how is this is the carrier doing? Are we finally getting somewhere with deleting it? Lots of torpedoes coming into it from all around, because we are fairly heavy torpedo spammers, basically against ships. Some are missing going underneath, I'm guessing, because of the waves, and just sheer amount of damage. But it is slowly can't see what percentage it's at the moment directly. Let me just see. It's down to 2.9 out of 3.8, so yeah, it's down a fair bit as far as damage goes, so it's only a matter of time with the carrier. We survived that. Downside was the frame rate. I've got to say, for whatever reason, the frame rate was shocking during that. I did actually during that battle adjust a few things, and I've got the speed up a little bit more. It's not the sea so much as I think all the particles and so many missiles and all the rest of it, and basically becoming a little bit CPU bound. It's not using all my threads. My CPU has actually got plenty of percentage left. It's only running 50, but because it's a single core, although it threads some things, a lot of it still runs on a single core, and that was at its maximum. So we have got this last little hake running around in the air. I think it's the last one. Yeah, we got the Annulus and the hake, basically. And I'm moving on to my next point to try and take. Let's see, it's out of control. Basically, we've hit lots of its control surfaces, I'm guessing, with it being up there, but we just need to get the kill shot. So anyway, that's that bit done. Let's have, we're going to have a look at what resources that gave us. 1,000 there, 79. Let me just bring back this, see where I'm heading towards. Then we're heading there. Where's that annulus? The annulus, oh right, annulus, we're going to pick up the annulus on the way, I guess. And finally the last hake is taken, I think. Let's have a look around. Yeah, I think that was the last hake was taken down. Their erratic movement obviously made it a somewhat interesting, difficult to take out at times, but that is, they didn't do us much damage. I think we're fairly much all repaired back up again. Now going to pick up some of the resources they left and head to a resource zone where I think I'm going to upgrade the main home ship as well, make it a bit bigger so it becomes a bit of a target. Yeah, and just so it can store a bit more resources. Still, it was a bit of an interesting battle against a carrier with all those planes. As I say, pity they were going into the water. They were trying to obviously fly low, but were not succeeding, and therefore just going into the water. And we've got another collision coming up. How come I always seem to get videos of collisions? Yeah, are you doing the oh, that was so close. Or maybe a mild, just a little scrape. It was rubbing, which is racing, you know, rather than a hit. But it was close enough for government work. Anyway, we're heading out, picking up resources. Gonna go into a resource area, update the ship here to a new version. Won't touch the other ones, and then we'll see what other trade we get in that meantime. Might end up with something coming to attack us, but I'm also going to have a chat about upgrading the ship. So let me get to that resource zone. So whilst heading to the new resource point, we've got some trade heading our way, and I think it's a Pariba, which is a deep water guard. Shouldn't be a problem. We'll see if it manages to stay flying. I think it's a rotor thruster craft, heli ship, whatever you want to call it. I don't call them airships because they don't use helium, unlike my Zeppelins, if you see my Zeppelin campaign. But it's quite large, but we're doing a bit of damage to it. The guns are firing the guns, and the guns are doing the business, having basically shredding away at it. So our fleet is quite good against the deep water guard, to be frankly honest. We have, oh, nasty shot out there. Who's he going after? Oh, he's going after not the Ambuscade, who is just right next to it, and the Amazon as well. They're both having a go at it. Our two destroyers. They're doing what they're supposed to, which is coming out and attacking the enemy ship at relatively close range. Their AIs are set for about 1,1300 meters. I think the Ambuscade's about 1,500, and actually the Amazon's only 1,200 meters. The Amazon, because it's mainly should be going after aircraft, and it needs to get close to them. Yeah, we're... Oh, well, that missed. He's got a lot of guns on the side, but they sure do a bit of damage if they hit. I don't know who he was aiming at. Maybe the Amazon was a bit slow or such, but anyway, we're taking him out. Nice ship this. I quite like it. I must admit, I like whoever did the deep water guard ships. There we go. Let's put the light on. I like these ships, I must admit. Screenshot. But they, you know, someone just needs to go through some of them, just make sure they're flying okay in different situations. Adjust, possibly some of it's just the PIDs or the power going to the various rotors, just to make sure they fly. Otherwise I like them, you know. that nice sailing ship design without actually being a sailing ship. Oh, another red knight. It's going to be dark again, but we're slowly taking him out. This is all guns, because we haven't got any missile ships at the moment, because really we didn't have missiles in World War II very much. Later on we will have lots of missiles. Then it'll be all missiles, no guns. It seems like that's the switch, but then I will be sort of not following that 100%. I think at some point I will go ahistorical and mix guns with the various missiles and have a bit of both worlds, because that fits the game, but sort of based upon a historical ship in some way. We'll have to discuss about that. Actually, while I'm thinking about it, just lots of ships had plans to, I'm talking earlier ships, World War II ships, had plans to sort of upgrade them to missile capable versions. They'd either have anti-aircraft missiles attached or some various anti-ship missiles. Often it wasn't followed through due to cost, or they just went for a new ship, changes in things, but I think I might investigate some of these times when a ship was potentially, I think he must have got some good hits there, potentially was going to be upgraded and actually follow through on it, sort of thing, if that makes sense. It's an idea. Just an idea I like. Right, where are all the ships? He's very close to my miner, actually. Yeah. We're almost in ramming range. Okay. Miners going in for the attack. I don't think that's a good idea. I'm going to put him on runaway mode for the second, just in case till this Pariba's taken out. I don't think it's a good idea to be within 400 meters with all of that broadside firepower he's got. We're closer than our own ships, and we just got hit by our own torpedoes. That would be the other reason not to be where we are now. Let's turn away a little bit, I think. Yeah, we're getting torpedoed by our own people. Stop that. Stop it. Yeah, that was not close, but well, closer than we should be to that Pariba. Why are the torpedoes going after us? I don't know. Sometimes I wonder about this game. There is lots of torpedoes in the water. I don't want to be anywhere near this torpedo spam. I hadn't noticed that. Anyway, we're defending ourselves. Now, Pariba should be toast very quickly. Yeah, this also almost looks like a sort of a skeleton, a leash version. An undead version of a Pariba. It's got that sort of almost a skeletal look to him, with all the gaps in it from the guns and the missiles and everything, and just missing something. But he's in the water, so the missiles should be having an effect, shall we say. Although some are missing, but that's understandable. Enough are hitting to give it problems. Let's more screenshots. Oh, that's a good screenshot. I like that. I don't like the fact that did he fire at did he fire at the miner? I'm hoping he didn't fire at me. That would be bad. I'm hoping he fired at one of the other ships. It's definitely bad. I'm going to change something on my miner. I think, okay, I think he's finally gone. So that's how. Also, just as a interest, anyone listening that worries or knows anything about this, it seems like it might be garbage collection. I was just checking the FPS every now and again. If I go into just escape mode options and then come out again, the FPS gets a fantastic boost, and I'm wondering if that's related to garbage collection, which they did make changes to in one of the builds. But anyway, that's just a note for anyone listening in that particular area. I'm going to give that a go over the next little while, see if I can boost it. Am I flying? Yes, look, it's a flying merchantman. So that's a. Although I like the waves, because of the smallish ships I'm running here, I'm gonna be heading west and try and get into some calmer waters, basically. Because I don't like it removes some immersiveness, the way the ships go in this water, or they need to change the waves or something. But that sort of, you don't get, ships don't fly like that in water. If they ever did that, they would break their back and sink, basically, in real life. So I think, yeah, that needs to be turned down. And after mining out the local resource area and just holding off a couple of little ships that would try to get in the way whilst I was doing that, I just wanted to go through something that was brought up. And that someone said they didn't know you could refit in the adventure mode, which is the way I've been doing this home ship. And I want to upgrade it to a new ship. And I just wanted to go through the way I've been doing it. So first of all, I make a sort of effectively this little module or little node, which is the home part of my ship. So if I go onto here, you'll notice in the center here there is a section which is let me just put it into that mode. There we go. Basically, it's some metal, or it could be wood when you start off, some resource box, but the most important bit is it's got the heartstone that's on there, and an engine. Engine's very important, or it's a low priority engine, but if all other engines disappear, this engine will give it enough power to keep the heartstone powered, and that's its main responsibility. That's the main parts. It's got a seat so that I can be sat in here, some repair bits. Mainly repair bots are the most important bit. I have actually got some repair tentacles, but they're not as important. Now, every ship I build, and this was created from saving when I first went into the adventure, I saved the ship I was on for this adventure, so it's recorded the ID of the ship and the heartstone, etc. Now, every ship I build, I don't touch these blocks. It's built around it. Everything else could change as long as these blocks don't disappear or change. So if we go here, so I'm now going to do a refit. So I'm going to do a retrofit, and we have got here somewhere the where are we? Yes, it's the Balam Minor Adventure. So the Empire Balam was an Empire ship. It was bigger than these Type F ships we've got, but it's similar enough design that I could use it for a retrograde. So if I hit the refit, now you'll notice a lot of blocks have disappeared because I'm going to be refitting the ship, of course. But the key bit is these bits in the center have not changed. And any future builds, I will just make sure that this bit in the center does not change. And I make sure I'm on the seat. Because if I'd have been up on the seat on the bridge, which has now disappeared, I would possibly could have fallen into the water, and then you're starting to take, well, basically damage because you're not in contact with a heartstone. So you know, all in all, you got to think about that as well. So anyway, that is the way I did how I'm doing refits to make them work with my primary ship in adventure mode. As I say, just keep this nodule, this node, up and running, and everything should be all right. It's worked so far. Let's put it that way. If it stops working, so at the moment, let's have a look at my thing here. There we go. So we have no engine at the moment except for this. Where is it? This engine here. I think that's now, yeah, that's now doing all of the work for the it's not a very powerful engine, doesn't need to be. It's only got to produce enough just to keep my Hearthstones up and running. So that's all that really matters. We can see that our Hearthstones, let's see if I can look at it. Hearthstone 500 to 500. Yep, that's okay. So we've got quite a few blocks to build on this. Let me come back once it's built up to the new version. And of course, whilst hoping for a little bit of quiet time to do my rebuild, we get a nice big fission nut coming in, which is gonna be a bit awkward. Let's have a look at the size of this. 200 block ship, lasers, missiles, the whole shebang. The Scarlet Dawn likes to make sure that everything, you know, just when I'm rebuilding things. So how come it was like when I was rebuilding the destroyer, the Ambuscade, we got attacked, and now we're getting attacked by this fission. He's actually managing the waves okay. Oh, a bit under the waves there. Oh, has the waves just killed him? Have they managed to take him out? Although that's a lot of missiles. Yeah, that's a lot of missiles, and some of them, did they miss? A lot of them sort of were off a bit, but I think the ambuscade came off a little bit worse. We'll see. This fission though, it's got a lot of lamps. Standard's got, it's in the water now, so it got taken out by a big wave. It's now in the water, which means now with the amount of torpedo spam I've got coming in here, hopefully, we should take it out. So we got the Ambuscade and the Amazon. It's taken out. They're taking out some of the missiles. They took out a good number of those missiles, which is interesting and good. I think it's lots of. Are they small? Yeah, they're small. So it's lots of small missiles it's firing out. Oh, it's managed to get moving again, which is bad because although any torpedoes will now miss. And yeah, we got a lot of missiles coming in there. Is it? For some reason they changed direction halfway through. I think we'll just possibly moving around enough to make it difficult for him. Interesting. Needs a little bit more power on the anti-missile system. Oh, I'm firing my own torpedoes out. I think he's gone into the water. Let's just try it. Hang on a second. Okay. Just did the little escape to bring the frame rate up again a little bit. Get rid of some of the garbage collection or whatever the problem is. So he's there. Let's give him a little bit of help. Who's attacking him? Oh, just about everybody. That's all right. So he's got shields. It's handy when he goes in the water to a degree. Does mean that we get a chance to fire. He is, by the looks of it, launching. Are they missiles or torpedoes? I think they're missiles from below. But they're having a problem because they go into the water. But that's just a lot of small missile spam coming in from this ship. Lots of spam. We've got anti-missile. It has taken out a good number of them, but there is limits. Look, there's a lot of missiles there. I'm not expecting all of our ships to come out of this unharmed. That'd be far too much. But we have got so many ships. If if he stays in the water, I'm guessing there's a lot of torpedoes heading his way. Yes. Torpedo, 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 torpedo. More torpedoes, torpedoes. Hello? Anyone seen another torpedo? There's another torpedo. Yes. Anyone would have thought I'm playing Admiral Dreadnoughts, trying to play dodge the torpedo, except I'm the one creating the torpedo spam. Nice. Looking at the sides of him, he's taken a lot of damage on the and that's a lot of that's because of torpedoes, I'm sure. I think the AA ability of the guns may have been enough to put him in the water. But this missile spam is the next big problem. Is he going after one of my ships? No. They suddenly decided to change direction. I assume they must be guided rather than using self-guidance, so decoys wouldn't work with them, I don't think. He likes going after those destroyers. Fine, no problem with that. Well, I do have a problem with that, but, you know, he is allowed to attack us after all. But another big ship, so the Physian has been overcome by the spam of torpedoes. He was firing right up until the end. So let's go and have a look how our ship has done now. So this is the Balam miner, but I've got a similar version which is just for a armed, I think an armed version. No, an unarmed version. And I think I've got one more which is an armed. I've got two more larger freighters, but I'm only doing up my first one. It's a little bit longer. It has a lot more storage. If we look here, we're up to 300, whereas before I think we were about 160. So it's doubled the storage. A little bit more protection on the bridge rather than just wood. So that's okay. Might be a bit more stable when it's doing the mining. A few more guns. Nothing really massive. It's still not really going to be this is not a warship. This is still very much a miner. But yeah, this is the Balam there, which is basically, oops, wrong one. How you do use retrofits using my little, which is still here. He's under here. There's my little nodule, which never changes or shouldn't be changed. And that's how I'm doing it as such. Anyway, what I'm going to do now is we've had a few battles. We've had some new ships. I'm gonna look. Oh, I've got another resource area, so I might go in for that. Then I pick up those resources from that.
Returning to formation. Moving now.
There we go, from the Physian, and then into this resource zone. Now, my plan at the moment, I think I will finish this particular episode. We've had quite a few nice little battles, and done some testing, and done a refit, and got a new ship in the game. I need to get some more resources so I can bring a bigger ship in. I think what I think is this level at the moment, level 15, is okay. We've got some big ships coming in which could give us a problem one-on-one, like that Physian. That was a 200. I don't know if we'll see what damage it did. This might be easier. No, they're all repaired now. It could have done some serious damage to some of our ships, but we managed to survive because of sheer number of ships. So I think we could go up one more level and be okay. And I'll bring in a newer cruiser. I think my first cruiser style ship for the next level, and we'll see how it goes from there. These ships are still not great. Don't get me wrong. These are really anti-deep water guard type ships, which I'm trying to make work in a more larger environment, and then once I've got up to my full complement of ships, I'll then have to start upgrading them to make them more effective against the various enemies we're going against as such. So I've got some plans for that and some changes, but I'll go through that on the individual ships. Yeah, okay, so that's that bit. And also the weather, the seas. I'm getting to like the seas. They're a problem for me because my torpedoes aren't quite as effective, and ships go a little crazy at times. But they're also a problem for the enemy, because as you've seen, any low flying ship can end up in the water, which is a plus for me. So I might go a little bit west to get slightly calmer seas, or an area where occasionally it's calmy and occasionally it's rough. Something which is a variable sea. So we'll see. I'll go west a little bit and then go through a plain and see what it's like. But yeah, so I'm sort of mixed on the sea now. It's interesting at the same time as being annoying. Hopefully that makes sense. I don't know if it does, but anyway, that's it for now. Hopefully you saw some battles. Any advice? As always, you can leave it down below. Again, thanks for the tips and comments of people that have put up about the seas, about the ships, about rebuilding, about getting free camera look. That's so good. Just go into camera mode and then AWSD. Yeah, so much now. I can regularly get a free camera and not have to worry about tab not work and all the rest of it. Thank you for that bit of advice. I do appreciate it. So until next time, that's screenshot worthy. Keep playing the game and have fun.